We're gonna start creeping that way. We're gonna jet down. Bring up. Do not move! You hear me? Please, let us your hands! Put your hands up! Put your hands on your face! Put your hands on your face! Sit still! Keep your head in your face, driver! Keep your head in your face! Do not move! Go to the ground! Go to the ground! Go to the ground!
Babe, what's going on? Why are we on TV?
Hello guys, before we get to our next story, I would like to kindly ask you to like and subscribe. It will really help us and support us to continue doing what we are doing. Thank you. Now let's get down to this terrifying story. This dramatic takedown was the culmination of a swift and chilling investigation. It began on December 7th, 2018, when authorities in Gwinnett County, Georgia, were alerted to what initially seemed like a tragic accident. But as detectives unraveled the events, they would stumble upon a scene of unimaginable horror and a predatory scheme that had already claimed one life and left another man fighting for his. By the time the case landed with county detectives, they were already 2 days behind. Starting from scratch, the first step was to interview the 911 caller, a construction co-worker of Marcus. The incident, he explained, happened just 2 weeks after Marcus had returned from his hometown in Mexico.
I'm Detective Smith. You're not in any trouble. All we care about is finding who did this. Does his family know what happened?
Yes.
Okay. So start from the beginning on Friday and tell me how you got to that point.
That day we were in construction. Lunchtime we were looking at the midnight.
The man revealed they were using an online app called Meet Me to find the woman for Marcus.
I saw that girl, the Glenda Williams, on the Meet Me app, and she's was giving out her phone number, say money for. That's all her like for him.
Mm-hmm. Because he doesn't speak English, right?
Yes, because he just got here to Lawrenceville like 3 weeks ago from Mexico.
Okay.
I asked her, do you have a place? And she's like, yes, I got a vacant place, an apartment where I was living.
According to the friend, Glenda claimed she used her old vacant apartment for these meetups and invited them over. He also stated that Glenda had asked if they had gotten paid that day.
Send her a picture of him. And she's like, you're sexy, beautiful, and all that. And she's like, you must have gotten paid.
Why did she say that?
I don't know, because, like, probably was Friday. And she told her, like, everybody got paid on Friday.
How much did he have on him?
I'm guessing, like, between $1,000 and $2,000.
Okay. So you guys get there. Where's she at?
When we got there, she was already lined up for us to follow her.
He said Glenda was waiting in a red SUV.
She said, come on, follow me. I saw him going there, but I didn't see him.
Do you know if he went up the stairs? Do you know any of that?
No. After a while, I saw like a black guy walk out of that corridor.
Okay.
And I got in the SUV.
So he got into that red SUV?
SUV.
Okay.
And took off. That must be like the girl's pimp, Glenda Williams.
Then the man recounted a nerve-chilling call from Marcus's phone, but it wasn't Marcus speaking.
Between 8:50 and 9:10, the guy called us and said, you better come and get this. We beat him up and he's going to die like in 30 minutes if you don't come and get him. And I heard Marcus like screaming on the background, like screaming like painful screams. We're looking for him.
For the next hour, the man and his other friend searched frantically for Marcus, eventually finding him gravely injured outside the building. Officers needed to know more about this Glenda Williams.
What did this Glenda girl look like? You showed us her on the meetup out, right? Mm-hmm. Did you find her on Facebook or anywhere else?
After that, I've been searching her on Facebook and I compared pictures with me to Facebook and they look alike. And
so you did find one?
It's Glenda and Russell Williams.
The Facebook page belonged to Glenda, but it was a shared account with a man named Russell Williams. Following this lead, detectives found a page named Glenda and Russell Williams with their picture. The page indicated they often sold items online. Critically, Records showed Russell owned red 2007 Mercury Mariner, matching the SUV description. His last registered address was the same apartment complex Marcus had visited. Detectives needed to verify if this was their suspect's current residence, but shocking news awaited them. When detectives arrived at the apartment complex, they found patrol officers already at the scene. Another incident, chillingly similar, had occurred just hours earlier. A man had been lured to an apartment with an offer of action for money, only to be brutally attacked and robbed. This victim, before being hospitalized, described a short white female with black hair who met him. When he entered an apartment, he was beaten with a baseball bat. Detectives obtained the lease papers for the suspect apartment, revealing the woman's full name, 20-year-old Glenda Carter. 2 violent attacks, same modus operandi, in 2 days. Detectives knew they were dealing with multiple dangerous suspects, but still lacked physical evidence linking them directly. They immediately secured the apartment for inspection.
We are going to go into the apartment and see if we can find any of the objects that could have been used to hit either of the victims. We're going to be looking for blood, just anything that will help us identify the people staying in the apartment.
Leave the blood drops on there.
That looks like it though.
The apartment was mostly empty, but the master bedroom unleashed a scene of horror. The carpet was soaked with large, disturbing bloodstains. Splatters reached up to the walls. A bloody handprint on the carpet painted the grim picture of victims' struggle. Detectives were now certain both victims had been attacked in this very room, what they now grimly referred to as the murder house. A neighborhood canvass yielded little. No one had heard or seen anything
We didn't really
unusual.
catch anything. Nobody really heard or saw anything.
A potential break came when detectives learned the second victim, though badly injured, had recovered enough to speak. They rushed to the hospital.
Hey, I'm Detective Poppy. This is Detective Hanley. You feeling all right now, or
Oh yeah, I'm too. You know,
what's going on with your arms? Are your arms broken?
it's broken days, you know.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to get a little more information on what happened yesterday. You went to the apartment complex? Is that where this happened?
Me coming there, yeah. I got girl.
The victim then recounted his terrifying ordeal.
They say a minus 30 floor. She worked for me already. Open the door and everything. When I go inside, the 2 guys coming. I try to open the door. One attacks me to the back. When he turn around, the other guy hit me to the back in my head.
With the bat.
Yeah. I fight. I hit it one that guy. When I hit it, the guy go to the store. I took the other one back. Later, give me like 2 or 3 more bats. That's what happened with my hand. He asked me for the wallet. He hit 1 extra morning. And I tell you, I don't got it. I leave in the car.
How did you manage to get away?
Because he got a lot of blow everywhere, you know, white shirt. We go to the bathroom, he tries to wash and everything. Then the other boy, I push the little boy. I push. When I push, I run out. I jump down to the harbor. I got my key in the engine. And I go.
Now, the 2 guys in the apartment, you said one guy's tall.
So, yeah, he weighed maybe 180. He got like 19 or 20 years. The guy
Has a bat.
Yeah.
Okay. He was a black male?
Yeah, but the other one, the big one had got a little bit and a little big fat.
So he had a little bit of hair in his chin and stocky.
Yes.
Was his skin light or dark? Okay.
Detectives showed him pictures of Glenda and Russell, but his response was disheartening.
No.
He couldn't identify either suspect. He mentioned a tall black male with a baseball bat, but it didn't seem to be Russell Williams. Frustrated, detectives theorized the trauma might have impaired his memory. With their suspects' whereabouts unknown, they returned to Glenda and Russell's Facebook page. The couple was trying to sell a TV. Detectives using a fake account feigned interest. This TV was available. A meeting was set for the next day. Hope searched. The suspects might walk right into their trap. Warrants were obtained for Glenda for aggravated assault and armed robbery. An undercover sting operation was
Going to be in
planned.
that maroon Mercury Mariner, so that's good for us. So we'll also have the car that they were in when the homicide occurred. Now we wait until she shows up. They're going to deploy a flashbang for the element of surprise.
Mercury, I should be pulling in.
Yes.
We're gonna start creeping that way. We're gonna see it check out. Hey, no. Please, let us your face! Put your hands up! Put your hands on your face! Put your hands on your face! Put your hands on your face right now! Do not move! You hear me? Sit still! Keep your head to your face, driver! Keep your head to your face! Do not move! Go to the ground! Go to the ground! Go to the ground!
Detectives identified Glenda Carter and took her into custody. Russell Williams was also found and detained. A baseball bat stained with blood was recovered from their vehicle. Glenda mentioned a relative was at a nearby Red Roof Inn.
Glenda, I'm Detective Smith. You guys are staying at the Red Roof?
Yes.
Okay, what room are you staying in?
206.
Is anybody else in there?
Yes, his brother.
Okay, what's his name?
Zareus Williams.
Okay.
Detectives immediately deployed to the motel.
Door open. Yeah. Just move up and try to push it open.
I'm gonna go low.
All right, I'll
Push
go up.
over and you go high here.
Ready? Sleep on the bed.
Yep.
Zareus, Gwinnett County Police. I need you to step up out of the bed. Keep your hands up in the air. Move slowly, okay? Step backwards towards me.
Another black male was taken into custody. The red SUV was seized. With 3 suspects arrested, Glenda Carter, Russell Williams, and his 21-year-old brother, Zareus Williams. The mystery remained. Who was the shot caller? Zareus, a local graduate from Decatur, Georgia, like Russell, had no prior convictions. Detectives began with Glenda.
Detective Lane, this is Detective Smith.
I know you're pretty upset right now. You okay?
I just want to know.
Do what?
I want to know what's happening.
Okay. So we have an individual who was robbed of his items, okay? And that took place in the apartment that was registered to you and Russell. Okay, so that's kind of how we got to where we're at today. Okay, so talk to me about Friday.
Glenda was asked about the day she met Marcus.
Tell me how that occurred. Just start at the beginning and kind of walk me through.
I didn't mean for that.
Okay.
We needed the money.
Listen.
I planned on selling my body.
How are you meeting these guys?
Meet me. I was planning on having sex with all 3 of these dudes.
Okay.
They all was like, yes, we'll all pay you $60. And I was like, okay, that's $180. That's half of my room that I need to provide a roof over
Sure.
my head and food.
Glenda claimed Russell and Zareus were there for her protection.
Russell and Zareus was just there in the back room just in case if I got
Where did it go wrong?
Yeah, so how did we get to this point?
I started feeling on the dude and then I went to the bathroom to, I guess, clean myself. And then that's when they just jumped out. Zareus had the baseball bat and Russell, they both just jumped out. I was confused. I didn't know. And
So you didn't know they were going to do that?
No, I had no idea. I was
Okay,
just,
so you're in the room and they jump out. Did you tell them to stop?
I was yelling. I was like, stop. And then Zareus, he was like, you shut the f*** up. I was in shock. I was going to legit sell myself. Because,
Okay.
I mean, when you're in desperate need of money, when you're homeless, I'm homeless basically. I'm trying to have a baby and stuff. I'm just trying to figure
Where's
out
your baby at?
defects.
Glenda claimed her daughter was in foster care with
Is
DFCS.
it your child with Russell?
With Russell, yes.
So you said Zareus had the bat and he hits the guy. How many times did he hit him?
This dude was like trying to fight them. He fell and they kept beating on him. I guess the dude, passed out or something, and they literally dragged him to the tree.
But you didn't plan for them to do that, all right?
No, I just planned on selling myself.
I mean, you kind of knew that they were probably going to just try to take his stuff, right?
Glenda seemed unprepared for direct questions.
Plan just to take their stuff and you're not actually going to sleep with them?
Possibly. I didn't know they was
Okay.
going to beat him like that.
Okay.
It broke my heart, literally. I
Okay.
cried that night.
So what did they take from him? What did you guys take from him?
They took literally just his wallet and
Okay.
his phone. So I'm willing to return the money to the guy.
Okay. So how long was it before his friends went to go find him?
Zareus had the phone, and the people kept calling the person's phone. Zareus answered and was like, I beat your man, your friend, and I took them by the tree. Just go get him.
Why do you think Zareus made those statements?
Russell at the time was saying, I feel bad for this dude. Like, this dude could be dead.
At any point, did you guys call 911?
No, Russell wanted to I guess, make an anonymous call, and Zareus was in the back like, no, you just have to stop being, y'all just go along with it. They're illegal, what they want to do.
All right. So on Sunday, what happened on Sunday?
It was just the same thing. I told them, only do it if they try to hurt me. Like, only hurt somebody if they hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, okay, we got this.
Well, let us talk to everybody else and then we'll just come back and talk to you, okay?
Next, detectives questioned Russell Williams.
We've talked to other people and we know that there were some things happening where some people, ended up getting hurt. Okay. Ultimately, that apartment and where we know that things happened came back to you guys. But what I want you to do is just kind of explain it all to us so we can kind of understand what's going on, okay?
For sure. He was in a bad financial situation. That's all that was. And I have a job. We're trying to survive off of my income.
What do you work at?
I'm a welder.
So we know there was an incident that occurred on Friday at the apartment, okay? So can you walk me through that?
Well, I guess she just ended up talking to one of her friends, her friend over to the apartment complex. I was talking to the guy, asking if he had any money. We asked, can we borrow some money? We were agitated. He got kind of forceful.
Russell's story began to deviate.
He ended up
significantly.
trying to touch on Glenda. We were just trying to ask you for some money, ask you for some help.
Okay, so who hit who first?
I was telling him, yo, don't touch my wife, and then he ended up hitting me, and I had to hit him back. I actually just pinned him down, actually, honestly.
Okay, so you pinned him
I
down.
learned that trade from in the military.
So at what point did Zareus come in with a bat?
I guess he was trying to defend me, because, that's what brothers do.
Then what happens? What really happens after that?
After that, and I carried him down the stairs.
Okay.
Down the stairs.
What happened after that? Because we know that his friends were receiving some messages from the guy's phone.
We ended up sending a message of where he was.
Listen, Russell, I'm trying to be patient with you, but you're not being honest with us, man. And I'm not going to sit here forever and hear all this stuff. You're trying to say that these guys bucked up on you first. We know that's not what happened. We know that you guys invited these gentlemen over there with the intentions of robbing them from the start. Simple as that. Yeah, they were fighting you back after you attacked them, correct? I mean, there's a bloody baseball bat in your car registered to you. You want to explain that? What's going on, man? Like, what's going on in your life that you guys need to do this?
This is not what's going on in our life. We just really wanted our daughters. That's all.
Explain that to me. When did you lose your daughter?
We couldn't afford to take care of her, so now she's in foster care. I don't know how, but somewhere down the road we became financially behind. All the bills that we had, like a car note, car insurance, we had credit people to pay back.
So, this is understandable. This makes me feel like you actually are a human being. Do you understand?
The detectives pressed on who orchestrated the violence.
I guess my biggest concern here is whose idea was this?
I guess it was like Glenda's idea.
Okay, once he got in the bedroom, where were you and your brother?
In the room.
What happened? Specifically, what happened?
I asked him if he had any money, and then he ended up grabbing up on me and pushed me back against the other side of the wall. That's when instincts kicked in, and I got mad and I hit him.
How many times did you hit him?
I hit him like one time.
That's not true. We've been in that room. We saw the blood. We saw his face. His eyeball was almost out of his face completely. It's not from one hit. What happened in that room?
And my brother ended up hitting him with the baseball bat.
How many times?
I would say maybe about 3 times.
Okay.
Because he had ended up hitting him in the face.
Okay. So when you guys left the guy on Friday, you said that he was awake, alive. I mean, you said he was unconscious, I think, right?
No, I said
You don't know?
He was high.
Well, here's the thing. He's dead. We're homicide detectives, okay?
He's dead as a result from the injuries he sustained during your incident. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us, Russell?
Did you say no?
No,
All right. He didn't come out as easy with it, but he gave it up.
Russell didn't confess easily, but he eventually implicated Zareus and Glenda. Detectives then turned to their final suspect,
We know that
Zareus
there were some
Williams.
incidents that have occurred over the past weekend, okay? We want to make sure that we're clear on your involvement and that you get to tell your side, okay?
All I know is that it was just like a little setup, basically. That I hid in one of the rooms. Was that as soon as his back was turned, I jumped out. Was all I did was like hit him a few times to make sure he was on like the ground.
What'd you hit him with? Your fists, feet?
Fists.
Okay. What about the bat?
I have no problem with the bat.
We've talked to everybody else and they say you had the bat, okay? You may have hit him with your fist, but you also hit him with the bat. So which one did you do first?
It was a hand first.
Okay. And then when you hit him with the bat, how many times do you think you hit him?
3 or 4.
Whose idea was this?
I'm saying Glenda did. Glenda's.
And it was her idea for y'all to rob them.
Yes.
Detectives then delivered the grim news.
The guy from Friday is dead.
We are homicide detectives, and he died as a result of the injuries that he sustained on Friday.
Did you know that he had gone that far when he was unconscious, laying there gurgling?
I mean, I thought that he was going to recover from that. Yes, I thought he was.
Interesting reaction, man.
All right. Sit tight for us, okay?
But there was one final shocking revelation. Detectives attempting to verify Glenda's claims about her child.
Okay. A couple things came up in our other interviews. They're saying that it was your idea to rob these guys.
Is that true?
I didn't help them do it. I just brought the guy. I didn't know what to do.
Okay, but you knew that they were going to be robbed.
I didn't know that they was going to be hurt, though.
Okay. The victim from yesterday had some pretty bad injuries. He underwent some surgery for his hand. He also had a broken arm. Okay. The victim from Friday is deceased. He's dead as a result of the injuries he sustained from you guys.
Well, what's going to happen, honestly?
Y'all are going to be looking at felony murder charges. Okay?
So we're all going to jail today?
Absolutely, yes.
Will I be able to contact family before we go to jail?
We might let you do that.
No. I just at this point feel like I need to kill myself because look
No.
what I've done.
Listen, you have a child to think about, all right?
Yes, and I'm possibly pregnant with another one. So it's like I don't have nothing to live for. She don't deserve me as a mom.
Well, I don't think that's true. Listen.
Whether you'll be transported to the jail, you'll see a judge rather soon in the next couple of days who'll explain everything to you in regards to your charges, okay? And you'll be able to get an attorney or have one appointed to you.
Contacted the Department of Family and Children's Services. Glenda had no child in foster care. She was not pregnant. She had never had a child.
So I talked to the Department of Family and Children's Services, and I was able to find out that they do not have a child actually, and they have lied about it before. And other times where Glenda's had run-in with the police, she uses that as kind of a tactic where she's told them that she can't go to jail because she has a child at home that she needs to take care of. But they were able to confirm that that's never happened.
Within 28 hours of the initial call about Marcus, detectives had closed the case and arrested all 3 suspects. Glenda Carter was arrested and later convicted on charges of murder, aggravated assault, and armed robbery. Her partner, Zareus Williams, entered an Alford plea to murder, aggravated assault, and armed robbery. He was sentenced to life in prison, alongside his brother Zareus, who also received a life sentence for the same charges. Marcos Guerra Lopez, a simple man from Mexico, working hard in America to support his parents back home and build a better life, did not deserve to die this way.
Pues era bien trabajador, bien alegre, tenía muchas amistades, lo querían mucho. Pues sus sueños eran de que él se iba a Estados Unidos. Dijo, yo me voy para ayudarte porque tú andas cosiendo en la costura y ya ni siquiera ves para ensartar la máquina. Él viajó por tener una vida más bien, para darnos una vida a nosotros bien.
In a final act of profound love and strength, as Marcos lay dying, his mother made the courageous decision to donate his organs.
Estaba en el hospital, la doctora habló conmigo y me dijo que mi hijo tenía muerte cerebral. Me dijo que si podía yo donar sus órganos porque él tenía todos sus órganos bien. Puso muchas vidas por delante.
Now, guys, if you like this story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more stories like this. If you have any recommendation about the case or a case you would like us to cover, feel free to drop a comment. Until then, stay safe.